Hi sweetness, hello son, hi Clear Dog, and everybody else who watches my shitty little channel. This is my Colt Officer's ACP, and what it is a little tiny compact 45 ACP. Yes, that's 45 automatic Colt pistol. It's the Browning design. It's just cut way down. And what the origin of this gun is in 1971, Rock Island Arsenal, the Boffins there, they made, they took just a Colt Commander and they cut it down shorter and a smaller barrel. It wasn't a Colt Commander, Colt 1911, and they polished it up real nice and they put a plate in here. They called it the General Officer pistol, and it was in the military. Army and Air Force adopted it as the M15 General Officer pistol, and it had a plate in the grip. I think it was on this side, and it had the General Officer's name on it. And they were issued to General Officers. They made 1,004 of them. So, and those are stupid rare now. You'd have to know a General Officer from that era to have one of those guns. But anyway, around that time too, or maybe around 75, Daytonics, they said, oh, we're going to get in on this action a little bit. So they made themselves a little 3.5-inch barrel 45, and they called it the Daytonics Stupid Compact 45. I remember a character in a Apocalypse book back in the 80s carried 2 of them in shoulder holsters. But anyway, it was 1985 that Colt said, oh, we need to get in on this action. So they invented this, the Officer's ACP. This Officer's ACP, it had the steel frame, and they had the lightweight Officer's ACP, which had an alloy frame. And it was when I re-enlisted from Hawaii to go to 29 Palms in '86. I was home on leave here in Albuquerque, and Grandpa and I were out, and that's when I bought this. So it's a 6-round. They came with these little 6-round magazines, and I was able to buy these little bumpers that go on there to aid in loading the gun. And nowadays, Colt, I mean, it's hard to find. You can find a lot of aftermarket magazines for this gun, but to get Colt magazines, they have these stainless 7-round, but they're the same size, so they fit the same way, except the stick. So I carried this for a few years, and it's a shootable gun. Not easily shootable. I'm not going to say, oh, this is a great gun. I mean, it's an okay gun. It's a decent gun, but it only carries 6 shots, and 7 shots if you put 1 in the chamber. 6 plus 1. Dude, give me a 6 plus 2 so I can have 8. Anyway, the gun is designed to be. These guns are designed to put around in the chamber and put the safety on, and that's called condition 1. And you draw it and drop the safety and shoot. And what I found shooting action pistol matches, not just me but other people too, we would pull our 1911s out and go to disengage that safety, or we would forget to disengage the safety and try to shoot, and the trigger wouldn't pull, and so we would lose a second or 2 in our times. So what I did is, because this is a Mark IV Series 80, it has a firing pin block safety in it, and so it's mechanically impossible to fire this gun without pulling the trigger. The trigger has to be pulled, or the firing pin simply will not hit the primer. So what I did is I would put around in the chamber, and I just left the safety off. And I knew when I was carrying it that if, as long as I kept my finger or nothing, everything off of that trigger, the gun couldn't fire. So I did it. I carried it with like that with quite a bit of confidence. I'm not advocating anybody else do that. I'm not saying, oh, you carry this way. So, you know, figure out your own way to carry. Don't listen to me. I wouldn't carry this again anyway, because I got a Glock 19, which is a much better. This is 18th century, no, 19th century technology. You know, from the 1800s. Now we have 20th and 21st century technology, so there's no real need to carry something like this anymore. Still, it's a cool piece of history to have, something kind of neat. Just because I won't carry it, or I wouldn't carry it, I wouldn't feel undergunned by carrying it, or maybe I would. I don't know. I'm not going to overthink it. I won't carry it. I won't carry it simply because I have better guns. I have better carry guns now. Anyway, that's it for this week. Don't know what I'm going to get up to next week. You know, you never know what might come up. You never know what's cooking around here on my workbench. So until then, love you all. Bye.